Had the song Big Eyed Fish requested. I didn't actually know it, but figured I would take a look and see how easy it is. And it's actually a pretty straightforward song, as far as Dave songs go, because they can get pretty crazy, but this one's pretty simplistic. The formation that you use for the verse is index finger and pinky, and you're placing your index finger on the A string, pinky on the D string. I'm on frets 7 and 9 to start with. The reason you use your pinky is for the last part of the verse, he kind of stretches it out a little bit. And so for that reason, it's a lot easier to use the pinky, at least I find, rather than the ring finger. If you're comfortable stretching that far with your ring finger, you can replace with the ring finger throughout this whole progression. But the way the verse goes is very simply... Seven and 9 down to 3 and 5, and then you stretch down to 2 and pull in 2 and 4. Okay, so it's like not leaving the pinky alone, but moving the index finger from 3 to 4, and then moving the pinky from moving from 3 to 2, and then moving the pinky from 5 to 4. Okay, and that's the whole verse. And the way he strums this is he hits for each of the first 3 chords, he hits like prominently a downstroke. So it's, and then that last one he actually upstrokes. He starts it with an upstroke and then just kind of fiddles with it. Okay, the chorus also pretty simple. It's just an E minor to a C to a G to a B. And the same kind of idea here on the strumming, just down, 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 up, and just fiddle with it. So that's the whole verse and chorus. He has this little breakdown where he sings really high and says, "No way." Anyway, I can't sing nearly that high, but in that chord, this is probably the hardest part of the song. This one's pretty tough. Taking that last chord of the verse, okay, so 2 and 4, then you put your middle finger down on the low E on the 3rd fret, so like you're making the two fingers of a G chord. But you're keeping this pinky down on the D string on 4. You're moving the ring finger in behind on the 3rd fret. So it's very similar to a G, okay? Except you're pulling, see that? You're taking what would normally be a G and you're putting this finger down just like the verse chord. So it's, and he slides this formation up from 2, sliding it all the way down to 7. Keeping the same spread, same, 3 frets each time. 3rd fret E, 2nd fret A, 4th fret D, 2nd fret B, and then 8th fret E, 7th fret A, 9th fret D, and again on the B string on the 8th fret. So it's, definitely kind of an awkward chord. Just hold this up close again so you can see. And then behind. Okay. And he goes into this from the actual chorus. So one thing that I like to do is when going through the progression, to make it easier, on the last round, instead of making this full V shape, what I'm going to do is going to make kind of a partial V shape, and it'll set me up for the next chord. So I kind of like came down and flattened with the pinky on that one. Instead of doing the full B shape, I came in and flattened with the pinky, so it's more of a B minor. And then from there, I just pick up, no longer barring, just put the finger down and then fill it out. The progression is actually pretty hard. If you find that it's easier to make a G, and then do that, whatever is easiest for you, but that's probably the most challenging part of the song. But that's the whole song. And he also, Boyd plays on his fiddle a little kind of lead over the chorus and sometimes the verse. You can play that on guitar. I'll show you how to do that. It goes like this. So it's I'm going from the D string up to the high E. I'm on 12. Then I go to 9, 12 on D, 9 on G, 11 on G, 12 on G, 10 on B, 12 on B, 10 on high E, 12 on high E. Okay? And you can actually just, kind of like lead with those notes if you want to while someone else is playing rhythm. So you can use those notes. And you can also add in this note down on 15 if you're, like trying to hit a real high peak on it. But anyway, that's the little lead thing. So that's Big Eyed Fish. Another good one.